Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Proverbs 175. Proverb today is honesty is the best policy. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. The proverb basically means it is usually best to tell the truth. Simply put, that's really what it means. It stresses the idea that even though honesty is sometimes difficult in certain situations, in the long run, it usually produces the best results. So that's the real idea behind it. Lies can start to have a life of their own. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you just tell a lie and that's it. It's over. But on the other hand, sometimes more lies must be told to cover previous lies. And it could become a vicious cycle, and you never get any rest, and you might eventually get caught in your lies. Once a person is considered a liar, one can lose all credibility, and then people may not even trust you when you are telling the truth. So that's why they often say honesty is the best policy. Or at least in most cases, or if it's serious enough, or if you really don't have to lie, try to avoid lying. I guess that's the idea. All right, let's continue here, though. However, there is another side. On a daily basis, people often tell white lies. Now, remember, a white lie is a lie that's considered to be less serious, but also one that you tell simply so that you don't hurt someone's feelings. So, simply to be polite or not hurt the feelings of others. If anyone had ever seen the old movie Liar, Liar with Jim Carrey, you could see many circumstances or many situations where white lies can make life easier. You may not realize how many times a day you might actually be telling some white lies and, not think anything that serious about it. In the plot, his son wishes his father could never lie again because his father disappointed him many times and didn't show up for many dates. And he had a birthday and he made a wish and he wished that his father could never lie again. And supposedly in the movie it comes true. And the father is unable to lie. And then you see all the situations that can happen on a daily basis where sometimes you almost need to lie. I don't know. I guess there was a woman who had a crazy hairdo, and she asked him, "What do you think?" And he has to go, "Oh, what's special?" Or he has to find some way to get around it. Or, I think there was a scene where he's sleeping with one of his superiors at the law firm. It was a woman, and she says, "Oh, well, how was it for you?" And he just came out, "I've had better." And of course, she got really insulted by that. But, he couldn't even believe that came out of his mouth because he couldn't lie at that point. So, yeah, there was a lot of funny scenes in that movie. I think there was one time where the teacher had asked the son, "What does your father do for a living?" And the son says, "Well, he's a liar." And she says, "Oh, you mean a lawyer, don't you?" "No." And he's like, "Huh? Like, what's the difference?" They lie all the time. So, but, in serious manner, people probably do tell a lot of minor lies. These are probably not the ones that they're talking about, but the more serious lies, or if you can avoid lies, it's probably always best to do it because in the long term, it may have the best results. All right, let's continue here. The proverb is often credited to Ben Franklin because it is included in his writings. I think it's in one of his books of Proverbs as well, so that's why they often give him credit for it. However, the earliest citing predates Franklin. The first appearance of this proverb was stated by Sir Edward Sandys, an English politician. I think it was almost like about 100 years before Franklin was around. So he may have been the first one to actually say it. Okay, and let's just give a couple of examples here. Example number one. Don't make up some convoluted lie, a lie with, a lot of details and this deep story to excuse your behavior. Just be honest with him. Honesty is the best policy. So this is a way that somebody may use it. Or number two here. You should have known better than to let yourself get caught in a web of lies. Well, that's a little bit like we talked about before, because sometimes you have to tell lies to cover the other lies, Sometimes it gets hard to remember the lies. Remember, I think I covered a video with Mark Twain talking about that. It's easier to tell the truth simply because then it's not so complicated in your head. You don't have to remember all the lies. Okay, honesty is the best policy. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.